Friday, guys. Welcome. Let's get this show on the road. It's not wasting time. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another London session on this Friday. Interesting times. Gold obviously still absolutely pumping, create another all-time high yet again and breach that 3200 level. Looking good for some potential buys. Also in the next minute and a bit, we could have some options to buy. We are in a big strong uptrend. The current weekly is forming a very strong bullish candle. We have pulled back, formed some support within it. Daily high, low, has no lower wick. Doesn't necessarily need one as long as we continue to form support. 4 hour did reject on the previous candle. Current candle has got a lower wick and is now pulling back to create a deeper upper wick. 30-minute is also bullish in structure. And looking at the 15, we've got this pause and we could be engulfing it in about a minute's time, guys. So could have some potential buy options. We want this to close very strong, and the issue once again will be stop loss. So unless you're willing to roll over wider stop loss and just use that previous candle's low, what you're gonna have to do is wait for the new candle to create a lower wick and use that as, trust that to be the lowest point of the next candle and use that as your stop loss. Now I might go with the previous candle's low just to give it a bit more room to begin and then just adjust a bit. Prior to any entry, I want this candle to leave a small upper wick. I want the following candle to create a lower wick. What I will be looking for though otherwise is buys just above the current candle's high but on the following candle. So 3203.9 is just above the high of the previous candle, so we've got the nice strong closure. All right, forming a bit of a low wick. It's not a great low wick, so unless you're going to trust it based off the entry candle, the previous candle, use that to begin as your stop loss. You're going to have to just roll with a wider stop loss, guys. So I've set an order at 03.9. Let's see, 30 minutes into London. $33.9. All right, so about 3, right near the entry. Well, it's very volatile at the moment too, guys. So gold gotta be, in my opinion, quite quick to manage it. There you go. You got about 7-8 pips on the table. So what I would do is just gonna give it a little bit more breathing room. If it flips and breaks its own low, probably want to cut partials. I've gone a really small position considering it's a wider stop loss. There we go. There's, you got 10 plus. So is it, look, if you wanted to secure, you could have. For me, that's usually where I would secure, but again, I've got a smaller position, so I'm just gonna let it do its thing a bit more. I will get to you guys shortly. Sorry, just a bit rushed to begin the stream today. Yeah, I hope we're all doing well, ladies and gents. To all of you on TikTok, appreciate you all for joining. So this is my current position, guys. I'll let you know when I will look to begin to manage it. I may even layer in. Gonna add another small position. Pretty impulsive, but we're pretty early into the new M30. We've pulled back deep, it's quite more of a lower wick. So I've just added another small position at 24.0150, I think it is. 32, sorry. 01 45 is where I've just entered another small position. So that's what I'm currently running, guys. I've got a position in as it broke the high of the previous count. I've got another position in here. Again, just small positions because the stop losses are very wide. So I've really cut down on my position sizes with gold being such extreme volatility of late. It's just, for me, it'd be ludicrous to go in with full positions. It's just not working. Throughout the week, I've gotten into 10 pips quite easily, but just doesn't make much sense to secure, which is what I usually would do at 10 pips when you're rolling with a 70-80 pip stop. So again, I've just cut the position sizes, going in for wider stop loss, and that's how I chose to roll with, you know, gold for the time being, while the volatility is still a bit all over the shop. All right, who we got? Just quickly, haven't even looked at GJ. Apologies. Franco, Phil, Lau, Kyle, good morning to you. So we did have enough to normal. In most instances, I would have secured on this position, but again, it's too small a position for me to really secure at 10 pips in this instance, so I've decided not to. It's just, again, I'm accepting the risk, and this is how I've chosen to go about it on this particular occasion. TikTok, who we got? What questions? Kamal, L trade could be. What is it? Conferences? Well, that was the pause. We are definitely bullish in structure, and this weekly is forming a very strong bullish candle. So off the back of that, on a Friday, I'm only willing to look for the buy options. Had the 30 closing back bullish after tapping into some support here to the left, but it was the 15 which was my catalyst. If I did not have that strong bullish engulfing candle, there is no way I would have considered this trade. So that was my main confluence. So 45 is that entry. And the other entry is at that 90, 320390. So they're currently what I am running in, guys. You're in a sell 100th, what is that, 1 million%? All good. Nice one. Well, you might win. Who knows? It's the beauty of the markets. Through anything we go down to 31.55. That's your opinion, and you're entitled to it. It's going down. It could well come down. I'm not. Again, I'm just going off my confluences. Now, position 2 is well into profit, but there's no point securing on position 2 at the moment, and position 1 is still in some drawdown. So yeah, position 2, I've already got about 17 pips on the table. So between the two positions, I'm currently in a bit of profit. Real City not sell buy only. Yeah, I'm off that opinion today on gold, to be honest. It is in a big strong uptrend, so I'm preferring to look for options to buy it. I did have pretty strong confidence to do so. I'm just acting upon that at the moment. Let's quickly look at GJ. What I was looking for is a stronger closure above on the M30, closing 15 above as well. Very similar to yesterday. Good thing about GJ is creating up a wick and pulling back if it was to break its own high. Again, I feel there's a good chance it pop up to 187.50, so 187.40. So GJ, I mean, we'll just wait a bit on GJ. But yeah, I'm happy to leave these trades go a bit. Not all that fast, to be honest. It's not big enough position to really contemplate securing what I normally would the first TP, so how's the week been, guys? Hopefully it's been a good one for majority of you. For me, I mean, just a little bit of profit. Hasn't been a fantastic one. Had 2 wins and 1 loss for the week. 2 small wins and 1 small loss, so nothing special at all. But we'll see. I'm now in some decent profit between the 2 positions, so we'll see. John, you could just hold, but for me, normally first TP in most cases is 10 pips. Again, it's just the way I roll. I manage trades in drawdown. It's what works for me. I've got a high win rate. But on this particular, under these circumstances where I'm forced to use a wider stop loss here on gold, and you really need to give a bit more room. I'm not comfortable going in with my usual lot size. So I'd rather just let it do its thing a bit more. I mean, my second entry is now got some 33 pips on the table, so if this gets to about another up to about 10 pip profit, I'll probably cut. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna cut position 1, and there we go. I'm up to 15 on the second position, 17. There we go, 20. All right, done. I'm at break even on the second entry. That's a win, guys. That's a win. I'm gonna cut half of that position. There you go. You got 30 pips on the table just there. Too easy. It's a sell, is it? There you go. Be very, very, very careful selling against the strength of this weekly candle. That's all I can say. Job done. Good way to end the week. And that was a pretty nice trade in the end, to be honest, because I had 2 positions running on it. Not bad. Hopefully some of you took advantage of it. Well done. Enoch, which pair? This is gold. Franco, 4 wins, 2 losses. Not bad. So that ends the week for me in 3 wins and 1 loss. So again, a pretty solid week, to be honest, after what was quite challenging with the volume for the most part. I know some of you would have had a ripping week. That's great. Just continue on this rich vein of form, especially on stream. I think that's the 12th win in a row now on stream. So we're killing it, guys. We're absolutely killing it. Smash the screen. Come on, guys. Smash the screen. TikTok, you guys do me a favor, and YouTube, hit the like button if you could. Lau, good morning to you, brother. Raphael, morning. I thought there was no stream. I was contemplating whether to stream or not, to be honest. I'm pretty buggered, but didn't want to leave you guys hanging. Fridays, when I do stream, it has to be a little bit later than the normal stream. So I'm about to... Oh, I'm still in. Wow. I'll straight back up again. Barman, appreciate you. Great British Pound baby. Yes, I am currently in gold. So I secured the first position at just over 30 pips. So that was, sorry, second entry. And the first entry, I've secured partials and around that third, what was it? Yeah, it's about 30 as well on this, on the first position, the partials on that one. So all up, I've secured about 75% at 60 pips, which is pretty good with, I mean, between 2 positions. Wow. Tell you what, it's actually making out to be not a bad week at all. To be honest, pretty happy with this. Ethan, still too late to enter. I think you're a little bit late to the party, my friend. There we go. I've got 50 pips on the table on position, the first entry. And this thing is off to the races, guys. So nice one. Target is the highs. All right. As always, I journal the trades for my team. Job done. Hopefully some of you managed to get involved, as hopefully some of you are actually running gold trades from earlier. Ajara 7, what time do you mostly use for entry? Usually the 15 for gold. But I still want to see what the deal is on the 30, the 4 hour as well, to So just see what sort of level we're at. And on a Friday, I'm also very focused on the strength of the weekly candle. So to me, that's why I was not even going to consider a sell today. The back of the strength of the weekly. You got the bias and structure bullish across the board. Pull back to the previous level of support, tapping into it, bouncing off it, 15-minute engulfing. Would take that every single day of the week. Wami GJ, I'm not trading GJ today. Not in a GJ trade. This is the exact same as yesterday, GJ, if anyone remembers. How we left a long upper wick as we approached the resistance with clean traffic to the left. And we did eventually break on the following candle. It's exact same. The exact same setup as yesterday. But yeah, for me, gold was the entry. Kamal, how come you trade on? Why not? I don't always trade on Fridays. I just decide where I want to or not. There's nothing wrong with trading on Fridays. There's no written rule that says you cannot trade on a Friday. The markets wouldn't be open if you couldn't trade on a Friday. Lou Cole, thank you. Scrooba, sorry. Are you on buy now? Yeah, I'm in a gold buy. Kamal, you're at 2.8 lots from 2,800. Well, sure what you're doing here then, but well done. WS London Trader, you're in. Nice one. Jeremiah, there we go. Yeah, he's quickly shut up, hasn't he? Real City said it, not sell, buy only. I agree. How can you sell against that big strong bullish candle against what is such a big uptrend? I mean, you can and you will make some profit at certain points, but it's a lot riskier than trading with the trend at the moment, which is very strong. Kamal, yeah, probably a reason is because a lot of the hedge funds and family trusts and probably some of most of the major players at times will like to cut some of their exposure on the Friday, which could make the markets quite volatile or unpredictable. A lot of them will exit positions, but for me, if you follow the exact same setup, the reason why I don't always trade Fridays because half the time I'm pretty buggered by the time the stream is due to start. I've got other things on, usually on a Friday. And to be honest, I don't want to be on late on a Friday. And yeah, but why not jump on today? 911. Yeah, I've been in for a while, mate. Secure profits. Safely at break even, secured most of the position by now. Can we do break even? I've been at break even for about 10 minutes now, 15 minutes. Yeah, about 10 minutes. Been at break even. Once again, thank you to new followers. All right, let's do the analysis on GJ while we are waiting for session open. And current weekly is forming still pretty strong bearish. Back at the level of support, we did bounce off the support lower down. Pretty strong bounce off it, and we're back at another level of support here to the left. Normally, based off that, I would prefer to look for sells moving forward today, but we'll see what sort of catalyst and if we have any to look for possible buy options. Daily also suggests potential for it to come down, with counter probabilities being to the downside along with the structure itself. But we are trading into this bullish candle wick, so that is actually a little level of support. So we can see we've tapped into support further to the left, so it'll be best to clear that level before we potentially could make a deeper move. But even then, you're only straight into more support. So could this be a potential area price bounces off yet again? We have respected it multiple times. Looking at the 4 hour structure wise, again, I mentioned the other day, you could argue it's bullish. Let's just mark in current levels, not confirmed yet, support on the fire. Oh, I mean, runner's just been taken out by the looks of it. All good. It's back to GJ. That's the resistance on the 4 hour. 30-minute structure is still technically bullish as well from this big impulse to the upside. So based off that, if you're not in some buys, your best option in my opinion is to trade it at the back of the strength of the weekly and wait for, see how price reacts to this resistance here. If it does reject, I would be looking for options to sell if a price action signal did arise from that level. Aside from that, I'd just be waiting for the pullback. Potentially could pull back to the level of resistance we've just recently broken, form support above it to look for the buy options. But yeah, for me, I'd rather look for the sells today on GJ, and a really good level for that would be from really below that 187.50 sort of level. Yeah, it's a nice one on gold. Runner's now been taken out, but well done to anyone who did manage to secure some profit. So I'd more than plus 60 to be honest between the two, but that's what I'll leave it at. Can I answer now? 911? No, I wouldn't be answering now, mate. Would not be answering just now. You're too late. You're too late. Yeah, for me, gold's... I mean, that was the opportunity for now. You need to wait. I'd be waiting for a pullback to support now. Or for this resistance to form, then price to pop above the resistance for further options to potentially buy it. That's your next options on gold if you have not already taken a trade on it. So closure above, retest continuation. Otherwise, I mean, you could now just drag this support up, and I would say anywhere between 31.95 and 31.88, 90, that sort of region. Price was to form support back above it. Could be options to potentially buy it. Suva 601, so what position got up today? What do you think? What gold? I mean, I'd just be looking to retest the high of the all-time high again. Again, I don't predict. I just look for my opportunities to get involved in quick moves. That's it. WS London trade, yeah, looking good for buys, GA. Yeah. I don't really see any confirmation just yet. 30-minute has flipped bullish. The weekly is forming bearish. I'm not sure how, because the Aussie dollar is the whipping boy of the currencies. So it just continues to melt. As far as the level, potentially, if it flips and forms support above it. But to be honest, I'd be even better if it made a clean move down, form support lower down for a buy. Yeah, I just don't see it at the moment, but you may have different confluence to that suggests otherwise. Tuba, no need to apologize. WS London trader broke resistance and retesting now. GA. Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you mean. Yep. All right, based off that. Yeah, I don't have a catalyst, nor is there clean price action back up to the high, personally for me. Kamal, you hit break even. Fair enough. For me, secured the majority of the position in some nice profit, so not fussed. Julian 187.50, it pulled back for sells. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, potentially 187.40 as well. Stagnant with buying and selling. I was in a gold buy, already had the W on that one. Now just nothing. 911. I'll let you guys know if there's a next step, but I mean, there's nothing right now. I can't just tell you to buy or sell. Let's be ignorant of it. It'd just be reckless. It would be really reckless of me. Beverage pound, baby. I probably should know that. I mean, it's open now, but as far as London session, opens in just under 5 minutes. Funded trophies, you should suss out funded trophies. I don't know how I feel about that. Again, I've got this rule: when someone comes on to my stream and tries to promote their own services, they usually instant ban. So there's no ifs, buts, maybes. But that's slightly different. So I'll just be careful, mate. That's all I say. Be very careful of any funded account, prop firm account, guys. Just be really careful. Very, very quick to change the rules on you. That's all I can say. Kamal, feeling like when gold hits all-time high, then during NYK it just falls. Not sure, to be honest. I've not looked into that. Julian, all good. 911. What I mean is when there is an opportunity in the market. Look, I'll tell you, I'm not sure how long I'll stay on for because I already had a nice win. Gold, yep. So right now, nothing. Buys above the resistance, buys from lower down. Yeah, and there's no need to stress that. I've already secured some more than 60 pips actually between the two positions. So probably that's more than enough, to be honest. Julian, I normally do straight away, but it's normally people who come on and say, come join my stream, or come watch me trade, or I'll teach you how to trade, or whatever. Tyler, fun is bad idea, you guess. Look, there are some which I think are probably quite legitimate. But yeah, I had a bad experience with one. So to be honest, I'd rather just trade my own capital. Might give it another crack later in the future, but yeah, you need to do your own research. Exactly as Kamal says, you really need to look into it yourself. Tandy, well, I had multiple positions on that gold buy before, so yep, did hit break even, but it's all good because you had more than enough profit to secure something. So Majara 7, it's for the VIP because I go into so much detail that they'll actually level up just by reading my journal. I go into full detail. It's not just an Excel spreadsheet. It's not that. I'll quickly give you a squeeze of it. I'll let you see what it's about without giving away completely everything. So where is it? Hold on. So it's under the VIP section. It's under my trade journal. And I screenshot everything. I have the result, multiple screenshots usually. And I go into full detail, I explain what the entry type was, and I go into full detail what confluences I had, why I took it, where I placed my stop loss and why, and where I started to queue some partials, that type of thing, or start to cut it in at a loss. So, I mean, form's been fantastic. A lot of wins in there. And that's what I do. I prefer it to keep for my group so they can benefit from it. And again, they get full detail as to why. It's not just a screenshot. It's not just a link to a screenshot with the result like an Excel spreadsheet. I think this is of much more benefit to my guys. Yeah, because they get to know the thought process behind, you know, why I took it. They get to see the actual, you know, trades and win rate in front of their very own eyes. They can sort of just prove that if you stick to these sort of rules, then, you know, you too could have similar results moving forward. And again, I've had some fantastic results. Some of these guys have come from a background of a bit of all sorts and just weren't seeing really any progress, and now they're very, very consistently profitable. So number one, there is a free part. Yes, there is a free community, but there's not much happening there, to be honest. And that's not mine doing, just no one talks in there. I always encourage it. I always ask people, what are you looking at today? And I'll reply, so what can I do? Nothing I can do about that. Lucas trades per day. It depends. Sometimes none. Sometimes 2, 3, sometimes 1. It all depends. I always say I don't come onto the charts hunting trades. I wait for the charts to prove to me why I should risk money on it. Win rate is over 80%. Over 80%. How do you know? No idea. I don't trade stocks, to be honest. Apologies, but yeah, I don't trade stocks. I'd hazard a guess probably one of the, what do they call it? It's not the elite 7. What do they call the top 7 Nasdaq stocks again? Gold, you need to wait for a confirmation. You guys should work, you should know how to contact me. It's pretty simple. Here's Betsy. GJ just continuing up. It continues on up, and there's no way I'm looking to buy it either way. Just buy FET. That's from Co. No idea what FET is. Use what time frame to take your trades on? Predominantly on gold the 15, GJ the 30. But it all depends on circumstances. See, here on gold, we are obviously, this is London Open. We're a couple minutes into it. Seeing that previous 30 close back quite strong bearish, I would not consider taking a buy based off one 15-minute candle. Well, it'd have to be, it'd be based on pure price action if I was to take a trade based off one 15-minute candle. I won't go into that detail just now. What I'd prefer to see in this situation is a 30-minute closure back bullish, and not only that, my candles will be a bullish engulfing above. If it was to do so, your stop loss is too wide. It's just likely not going to be worth it. So what I really would love to see in this situation is this 15-minute close pretty much as it is, followed by second 15-minute closing weak bearish. What that does is provide a minor resistance, bouncing off support, closing the 30-minute back, still a strong bullish candle, and seeing we have that minor resistance confirmed on a 15. If we were to remain below it, then, or if we were to continue bearish, there'd be no need to break above it. With the clean traffic to the left, if we've begun to break it, high probability we could end up back at the most recent resistance high, but we are bouncing just now, so likely not going to happen. Fetty Wop. Look at gold, guys. Wow. Gotta be really, really careful trading it. Daniel, missed the trade. Hope you're well, mate. You know roughly how long ago I want to have a quick look. I was pretty much at the beginning of the stream, mate. I was in from pretty much when I started. It was a few minutes after I started. So just go back to the start. I entered 2 positions, man. So had drawdown, but gave it room because gold has just been on a completely another level at the moment. So I mentioned at the start, wider stop losses, give it more room to breathe, smaller positions, and I entered multiple positions. So it ends up being actually quite a good week in the end, to be honest, guys. All good, Daniel. All good, mate. What else are we looking at, guys? Anyone currently running any other positions on any other pairs? Let's quickly look about, see what's going on. Strength in there's been enormous strength in the pound. Coming up again against the Aussie. Look at that liquidity candle again. You probably heard that first on my stream. How often do we see this play out where price will, in this particular candle, what it did was break the low of the previous candle, which suggests it's grabbed more liquidity from the downside. It actually happened at a previous resistance here to the left. Then went on to break the high of that candle. Based off that, there is a high probability it's going to close a strong bullish candle and continue to the upside. The amount of times you see that happen, I mean, just keep an eye on it, guys. Keep an eye on it. Screenshot it. Look out for it to happen at support or vice versa if you're looking to sell it from resistance. It is a really, really solid way of getting involved in trades. Phil, you just got 20 pips on EU. Nice one, brother. Yeah, cracking move, mate. Nice work. Liquidity candle. Closing up near its high. Small lower wick. Strong closure on the 30. That's a class entry. 15 closed above the resistance. You got plenty of reasons to buy that. Yeah, that's definitely something I would look to take every single day of the week if it did eventuate on gold or GJ. Nice one, brother. WS London trader, nice one. Number 1, check gold M5. I think I can see confirmation candles. Yeah, I mean, there was your entry if you were to take off the M5. You just gotta chill, my friend. If you're not in a trade just now, you need to just let it do its thing. Don't chase it. All good, mate. All good. Ali, thank you for that sticker, by the way. Just saying that. Gold breaking through the resistance. looking good to come back up to the all-time high again. We got news today. PPI, okay. This leading indicator for inflation, so that would definitely have an impact, and it is forecast is for it to be on the rise. Okay, that would be good for the currency strength, so be wary of that. Keep an eye out if you are trading later into the day into MY. Just had GDP as well for the pound, it didn't even realize it, and prelim consumer sentiment as well, so fair bit on the agenda moving forward to end the week on the US dollar. GJ is also now forming a liquidity candle at resistance, broke the highs, now breaking the low. Based off that, I feel there's a higher probability this candle's going to close pretty strong bearish. Yeah, up against a pretty strong bullish 30 candle though, so something to contemplate. I'm not going to take this though. Kaluli, nothing in the moment, but let's just watch it just to see, so I can show you guys what I mean. That's already about 6 pips below that previous candle's low. More than 8 pips now. There you go. You would have been CP1 12 13 pips on the table, more now 15. So there you go, you learn that on this stream. Watch out for it. It's a lethal weapon. If it's in the right hands, you can really take advantage of it. What happened at resistance? Broke the high off the previous candle, tapping further into the 4-hour resistance. Therefore, there is no need whatsoever, seeing it had high low high high, for it to pull back down, break low of that previous candle. And if it does, then probabilities are it's going to end up dropping and pushing down, closing a strong bearish candle, because this would suggest we grab liquidity from the upside. It's a bit more of a liquidity sweep in order for price to head back down. So once again, simple price action working wonders. Unbelievable. It's just the amount of times it works. Again, for me, I'm done. That gold trade was more than enough not to worry about taking another trade in for now, to be honest. But if anyone wants to take out something out of today's session stream, screenshot GJ right now on the 15-minute. If you're a scalper, then on most occasions 10 to 20 pips is more than enough to secure some substantial profit. You definitely had enough in this case, so screenshot that, play around with it, have a look at it. Gold's doing the same thing. Look at that, exact same thing. Broke the low, broken a high. You've already got 40 pips above that bearish candle high. Screenshot that too. Take notes, guys. How you learn. Some of you actually here to learn, others are here for just the community. Some are looking for trades. I totally understand it, it's all good. But if you're here to learn, take some screenshots of the examples I'm showing you right now. How are you looking at GBPJPY? Yeah, I'd be looking at sell, to be honest, but you missed the boat. Yeah, I'd definitely be more keen on selling it. Yep. I'd be looking for continuation sells for me, but I'd also consider the fact that probably should have been in a sell from that point, and I would need to let it reset. So letting it reset, what I mean by that is let it pop down to the low, even if it sweeps it, to pop back above, create another little swing, and then start to close below the low. But there would have been opportunities to sell it from there. Look at that, thing of beauty. Daniel would have been below the low of the 15. In this circumstance, in this scenario, I would have taken it on the break to the 15 low. Is it safe to buy gold right now? Not in my opinion, no. You're too late. And gold, the same thing. Look at that. Rush, you're short? Okay. Kaluli, can you show how these breakout zones are created in the market? Breakout zones? What's too short, you mean? What levels I'd be looking to take breakouts from? It all depends too how price approaches. If it approaches with volume and trending, not like so, where it's consolidating, I'll potentially look for the breakout buy. I have strict rules in regards to what will validate that too, but the zone would be, well, if you're in an uptrend and you're pushing towards the highest point of that uptrend, the breakout comes when you create the higher high. In a downtrend, if you're approaching the lowest point of that downtrend, let's just say it's here, then the breakout zone is literally low, and that's where you take the entry. And anticipation is going to just continue bearish. So apologies if I'm totally not understanding what you're asking, but US 30. Look at that sell from yesterday. I did mention on stream below that zone would be optimal, because if flipping a 30 structure at that point, I swear I mentioned it, and look at the move down, retested it, broke it, continued down, and it's now flipped the back bullish, closing back above. So now I'd be looking for, let's look at the weekly first of all. It's forming relatively strong bullish, so based off that, I think the buys look more probable. Daily may suggest otherwise. You've got structured bearish candle, previous candle was also bearish candle, 4 hour, candle probability to the upside. It's marking the current 4 hour high. It's marking the most recent support, 30 minute. Yeah, for me, I'd be looking for buys lower down, around at 39.30 to 39.40, 39.50. Better options or cleaner options above 40.28. Otherwise, if it does reject, you could possibly look to sell it, I suppose. There's nothing for me right now on it, personally. Would have had a potential sell off the back of that bearish engulfing candle, but it would have been risky because you got bullish structure on the 30, you got 4 hours definitely bearish, you got daily, so the bias is neutral, and the daily candle is being bearish. I would have definitely considered that if I was trading US 30. You know, that is really strong catalyst, bearish engulfing M30, so that could have been entry. Now you just need to wait for it to form support to potentially buy back up. And look at GJ, look at that. Even gold would have given you more than enough to contemplate securing some profit. Kaluli. And just watch the stream. When it presents, you'll hear me go over it. I give away so much for nothing. I got guys that pay me for this stuff, so and I make it more than affordable, to be honest. I want people to learn. GJ running 30 pips, nice one. Yeah, don't be in a rush to buy gold. It's really tricky at the moment. Daniel, sell from resistance, it possibly is. Should be. It would be in the catalyst candle section, if not of the actual course. It would definitely be there. Yeah, if it's not there, look up catalyst candles. I'm pretty sure it's definitely in the course. Liquidity candles, I do go over it. Mihai, who GJ sells, nice one. Kamal, TP, I'm no TPs, I'm not in a gold trade at the moment. User, yeah, you guys smart enough to figure it out. You know where to find me. I'm streaming live on YouTube at the same time as well. To my members, sorry guys, I haven't sent you the link. I'm a bit late, to be honest. I'm probably gonna wrap it up in a few minutes. I'm done. That was a really good way to end the week. The gold buys from earlier. And GJ's made the move. That was the entry. Again, I didn't take it, but it was definitely, if anyone was looking to enter, it was on the break of that bullish low. Daniel, not a pay, mate, not at all. Really like your entry. What's it called again? GJ, it's just the sell from resistance, but with the catalyst being the liquidity candle. So it broke the high. If it wants to continue bullish, there will be no need for it to break its own low, let alone low of the previous candle. If it does so, it's likely to grab liquidity from a previous zone here to the left in order to make a further move to the downside. So it's a very impulsive entry, but it plays out over and over again. Yeah, it's definitely in the PDF version as well. There's explanations of it. Be in the videos as well. Obviously, videos is also in that link. Catalyst was zone to zone. It could also be in there actually. No, it's limit orders. Catalyst candles. It would. I'm pretty certain it being there. I'm pretty sure that screenshot is that particular example. Grading the entries, it possibly is under buy from support, sell from resistance. So this one here, session 3. So you get a shit ton of content, guys. Full course, you get plenty of other educational videos as well, so all there. Plus you get access to me whenever you feel you need it. Always encourage my guys to send me messages. Contact them regularly too. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna get going. I've had a long day. Daniel, got it now. Impulsive because we only need closure. Yeah. So again guys, now if you are looking to trade gold, I mean the only thing I can potentially see just now is if this closes back up near its high, using that fib to determine whether or not it's a weak or strong closure. And if it does, but it's quite a big volume count, body count, quite a lot of volume, sorry, is what I'm trying to say, in this candle. So let's just measure it using a fib. If it's closed above the 0.382, you still got a fair distance just to cover, to break the high of that previous candle, which would be considered the catalyst candle. It will all come down to stop loss. For me, I wouldn't be taking it. I don't think personally it's worth it with the lack of margin to the upside. I think you're best to wait for it to pop back above, close above, retest, and look for yet another high. Otherwise, buy from lower down. And for me, I would not be looking to sell it personally today. GJ, yeah, that was the potential option. If you're not in a sell just now, then I would probably wait and see how price reacts to this 15-minute support and let it trigger in some buyers and at least close one bullish candle, wipe those buyers out, close below, clean track to the left. Well, there's a good chance of heading back down to the daily low. Personally, for me today, I don't have a catalyst to buy GJ, so I'd rather look for options to sell it. Look, the 30-minute is technically still bullish, but the strength of the weekly is, I mean, it's very, very bearish. So you need a strong catalyst. Whether maybe if you wait for it to consolidate at this point here and close a strong bullish engulfing 30-minute candle, for instance, but look for a bit of consolidation, bit of minor resistance on the 15, and potentially otherwise from lower down. But personally, I'd be preferring to sell it into the final day of the week. But anyway, guys, waiting for Harry, waiting for 3200 areas buy. Nice one. That's fair enough. Appreciate you all for joining. We'll be back on Monday as per usual. Do trade safe if you are trading into MY. Thank you for your support throughout the week. It's been a really good week yet again. 3 wins and 1 loss for me this week. Stream was 2-0 on the stream. 2-0? Depends if you call that one today 2 positions, so maybe 3-0. But anyway, still 12-0 is the stream current win rate, win streak, sorry, I should say. So let's see if we can keep it up next week. And guys, take care, have a good weekend. I'll catch you all next week. All the best. Cheers, guys. Bye for now.